What's good, everybody? Says Juice and Beats, man. So I got this text from my bro E that the new Chronixx album just dropped. And you know, if you're a fan of Chronixx, you've been anticipating for an album for some time now. You know, he's been on a pretty nice hiatus, dropping singles and collaborations in between time. But you know, I think it's been about 7 to 8 years since his first album, Chronology. So I dropped everything. I headed over to YouTube Music and pressed play. And boy, this album is incredible, man. Incredible, phenomenal. He dropped another timeless masterpiece of an album. The album's called Exile. You know, man, I haven't stopped listening to the album since Friday. I mean, nonstop all weekend. You know, it dropped on a symbolic date, 10/10, and man, my top 5 joints are Sweet Argument, Family First is dope, Savior, Crazy, Don't Be Afraid, Pain in Your Heart, and I say like a bonus track would be Dope Ballad. I could hear that at weddings, and you know, timeless. It's timeless music, man, at the end of the day. And so, hey, big up to Chronixx, man. This album gets a 10 out of 10. And he should win a Grammy for this album this time. I know he kind of got robbed on Chronology. They say he was kind of mad about that. I don't know how true that was, but man, that Chronology was crazy. But anyway, big up Chronixx, man, and wish you much success on this new album. And pick it up, man. You guys go support. He's dropping an LP, like a straight vinyl record. If you go on his website, you can buy it, I think, within a couple weeks. I'm not sure the date on it, but yeah, go check it out, man. Really dope stuff, really good music right now in the reggae. All right, so let's get down to the main topic here. Yeah, man, I wanted to discuss diets. So, you know, if you type in diet in Google AI, if you type in popular diets, you know, you're gonna get, you know, your Mediterranean diet, the first one that pops up, right, is, which it seems like the gold standard that's mentioned here. You have the DASH diet, flexitarian diet, plant-based diet, vegan, which is very popular, very strict diet. You know, everybody know this is a diet that eliminates all animal products. So if you used to eat meat like myself and grew up on it, it's very hard to do. You know, and if you especially raised on it, you know what I mean, especially living in America. And yeah, man, I think it's one of those diets where if you go cold turkey, you know, has a very high unsuccessful rate. And but anyway, you got the Weight Watcher diet, you got keto, paleo, you got the more modern ones like carnivore and animal based, which I actually tried as well. They're kind of new. And man, like, that's a whole nother animal, literally. We'll get into that on a totally another time. But you know, the point is, basically, every day they're coming up with some new diet to sway you in a particular direction. And you know, you can say that they want you to buy certain type of foods, in my opinion, and to be in some type of like club or follow some movement these days promoting these diets. But you know, what I think is crucial is which one heals you and makes you feel better, you know, a more sustainable one to your lifestyle and become a lifestyle. I think we can all agree that most of the diets all have one thing in common. It seems like they're all mostly trying to eliminate some type of processed food or ultra processed food, basically foods that has been altered from the original state. Now, that's no bueno, right? And that's what's key here, I think. If you take anything from this video, eliminating processed foods and ultra processed foods from your diet is detrimental of living a healthy lifestyle. And no shock to some of us, you know, I think we all feel guilty most of the time when we eat these foods. You know, damn, man, they so good, you know, cakes and cupcakes, and I'm just thinking cakes right now. But you know, I ate bad foods for over 40 plus years. I know I'm showing my age, but you know, and I fell off the wagon a couple times, in the last 6 years. I'm no angel, but I'll land my plane here. Not now, but right now, I think you should eliminate some type of processed foods and ultra processed foods from your life, and for good, because it's slowly taking your life. And I'll get more into details of how bad processed foods are. I think I'm going to do a whole series about it. But click the link in the description and you'll find a couple studies about ultra processed foods and how it leads to weight gain and disease. So choose wisely on what processed foods you eat. This is Sats from Juice and Beats, and I'm out.